Hi friends, it's Miss Delena with Greenhouse Music. Before we begin today's chapter, don't forget to grab your 25 Days of Christmas Journey printout so your kids can follow along with the clues right alongside Holly. There's going to be even more clues and challenges and fun little extra tidbits for you. You can download it at green.myflowdesk.com/Holly's Heart, HOLLYS Heart. This will be in the show notes as well. And remember, this Christmas adventure unfolds one day at a time, so be sure to listen in order to keep up with the magic. All right, let's step into the story. By now, Christmas felt so close, it was almost close enough to touch. Not in the presents under the tree way you get, but in the way that the world seemed softer around the edges. More lights blinked on each night. Music played a little louder in stores. Even the snow felt friendlier and Christmasier, which Holly decided is a word. It was almost like it was helping instead of just being cold. So even the snow was magical too, and Holly noticed all of it. She noticed things more these days, and that morning she woke up with a familiar flutter, not because she was expecting a clue, but because she felt ready to do something, ready to live out the lessons that she has been carrying around like secret tools in her pockets. She slid out of bed, tugged her detective hat onto her head, crooked, of course, and proudly walked into the kitchen. Mama was already awake, of course, standing there in the corner with her coffee and a list. The Christmas tree lights still glowed in the living room, tiny and steady, like they were cheering quietly. On the table sat a green and white striped envelope. Something magical is about to happen. But Holly did not rush it. She tried to stay very calm and walked over, because detectives know how to keep their cool. And she tried not to rush it anymore. She took a breath like she was choosing to listen before the day even got loud, as she sat down first and scooted the envelope close. Then she opened it.
Hi, Holly girl. Well, here we are. And this morning, I can feel a smile already hitting all of our faces, because we're so close to Christmas, and this journey is almost done. You have learned many things during this journey: how to help, how to wait, how to listen, how to watch, how to be brave, how to choose kindness even when it costs something. And today, I want you to notice something quieter. Even the strongest people need to rest. Even the kindest hearts must be careful. When I was learning to be a good soldier, I thought strength meant saying yes to everything. And I thought it meant never slowing down. But real strength is knowing when to pause. Well, a wise helper listens to her own heart too. Not to quit, but to stay strong enough to keep loving well. Always let kindness be steady and not rushed. Let love last longer than one moment. You are growing in ways that matter. I am very proud of you. All my love, Papa.
Holly nodded to herself. Yep, Papa, I can absolutely do that. I am a great helper, she said out loud. And very seriously, like a detective receiving a new kind of mission. And from the hallway came a thump and a loud little toddler grumble. Levi waddled into the kitchen holding one sock and no pants, which felt like a crisis to him. Help! Help! He announced, and Holly laughed. Good morning to you too, little sir. Mama turned, her eyes very warm. Good morning, Levi. Good morning, Holly girl. And Holly sat up taller. I want to help today, she announced. Mama's smile widened just a little bit, like she knew something good was coming. Oh, that's good to hear, because I really need the help. And I really want to help, Holly said. Like a lot. Mama lifted an eyebrow. Well, tell me your plan. Holly inhaled because she had been thinking about it. I can help Levi get dressed, and I can help you with the errands, and I can check on Mrs. Waverly, and maybe I can help at church later if there's time. And she stopped. Her voice had started running ahead of her thoughts, and Mama watched her carefully. That's a lot of helping. Holly nodded quickly. I don't want to miss my chance. And Levi shook his sock like a flag. Help! Holly blinked. Sorry. Yes, I can help you. And she knelt down to help Levi. And the day moved pretty quickly after that. Holly helped Levi find his pants, which was more difficult than it should have been, because Levi thought pants were a fun wrestling opponent. She helped Mama carry groceries in from the car. She helped sort things that did not really need sorting, but she felt like she was doing an important job. She even helped offer to shovel again, even though her arms still remembered it yesterday and did not like that idea. At first, it was wonderful. Holly felt useful, important, like there was warm light inside of her that made her stand up straighter and prouder. And she kept thinking, this is me now. I am a new girl, not just a girl who solves clues, but a girl who notices people and a girl who helps. But by late afternoon, something started to shift. Her feet felt heavier. Her hands felt clumsier. Her thoughts felt fuzzy around the edges. She's been helping so much, and she wanted to do more. And so she kept trying to push herself and push herself. The house was not even being chaotic. Really, it was its normal self for the Bennet family. Normal was just loud, extra loud when you're tired. Levi dropped his cup. Milk spilled. Mama sighed and reached for a towel, and Levi stared at the puddle as if the puddle had betrayed him. And Holly felt irritation rise before she could stop it. "Levi," she snapped, "why do you always—" Oh, and she stopped because Levi's mouth trembled and his eyes grew shiny and his shoulders sank like a balloon losing air. Oh, Holly felt really bad. This was not the helper that she wanted to be. She had wanted to be a light, not a lightning bolt. Mama looked at Holly and then at Levi and then back at Holly. She did not scold and she did not lecture. She simply set the towel down, walked over, and sat beside Holly on the couch. "Holly," Mama said quietly, "come here and sit with me for a moment," she said, tapping the spot beside her. "Okay." Holly obeyed, sinking into the cushions like a long sigh that felt bigger than her body. "I wanted to help," Holly muttered, "but now I just feel grumpy." And Mama nodded, calm as always. "Honey, that happens." "But helping is supposed to feel good," Holly said. "And it did at first, and now it just feels hard." Holly started to fight back tears. Mama tucked her in close. "Yes, sometimes helping does feel good. And sometimes helping feels heavy. That does not mean you're doing it wrong." Holly blinked. "It doesn't?" "No," Mama said. "It means that you are human. You're a person. You have feelings, and you can get tired." Holly stared at the Christmas tree lights in the other room. They were still glowing, even though it was daytime. She thought about Papa's letter, that even the strongest people need to rest, and even the kindest hearts must be cared for. Mama spoke again gently. "Wanting to help comes from love." And Holly nodded. She knew that much. "But wisdom helps love last longer," Mama added. "What?" "Wisdom?" Holly turned her. "What do you mean, wisdom?" Mama smiled. "Yes, wisdom is knowing what you can do well today. Not everything, just what you can do with a steady heart." And Holly thought about that. She thought about how she had felt like she had to grab every chance to help, like they might disappear if she blinked or if she took a breath. She also thought about how tired she was now, and how tired made her grumpy. It made her sharp, and sharp made her unkind. And unkind was not the kind of person that Holly wanted to be. "I think," Holly said slowly, "I tried to be strong without resting." Mama's eyes softened as she looked at her daughter. "That is a very grown-up thing to notice." Holly got excited at that word. Notice. That's right. I'm noticing things, she thought. But then she just let out a breath. She watched Levi, who was now crouched by the spilled milk puddle, poking it with one finger like he was investigating it, and letting that finger dance around. He looked up with wide eyes. "Milk! Milk!" And Holly's mouth twitched. Then she stood. She walked over to Levi and crouched beside him. "I'm sorry," she said. "I was tired, and I used my mean voice." Levi stared at her, and then leaned forward and pressed his forehead to her shoulder. And that was his version of forgiveness. It was very sweet. And Holly hugged him gently. "Do you want me to help clean it up?" And Levi nodded. Yep. As if it was a great honor. Together they wiped up the milk. Levi mostly smeared it around at first, but Holly did not snap. She breathed slowly and guided him and taught him one thing at a time. Steady. Mama watched her from the kitchen, and Holly could feel her presence like a quiet anchor. After dinner, Holly did not try to do everything. She chose one thing to do well. She helped Mama with one errand, not 5. She played with Levi for a little while, but when she felt her patience thinning, she took a breath instead of snapping. She sat by the window and watched the snow drift down like tiny little feathers. Outside, Christmas lights were starting to appear on more houses, and Holly saw them shining bright in the darkness. small little hints of what was coming next. And she felt a warm excitement again, but this time it wasn't frantic. It was steady. Later that night, after Levi was asleep and the house had quieted, Holly brought her notebook down to the kitchen table. The Christmas tree was the only thing still awake, besides Mama, of course, and it was glowing softly in the corner like it was keeping her company. And she wrote slowly. Not a list of chores, not a list of clues, something simpler. And it started with 4 words. Not everything needs me. Not everything needs my help. And that's okay. She stared at her own little words. They felt true. Then she pulled out a sheet of paper and wrote a letter. Dear Papa, today I wanted to help everything. I thought that was the best way, but then I got tired and cranky, only a little cranky. Well, maybe more than a little cranky. And I got cranky at Levi and I snapped, which I did not like at all, and Levi certainly did not. Mama helped me understand something though. Helping doesn't mean doing everything. It means doing what you can well. I learned that if I want to keep being kind, I have to also take care and be kind to myself too. So I rested. And then I helped again, and that felt better. I think wisdom, Mommy told me, is part of being brave and part of loving people. And I want to keep growing like this, and I really like who I'm becoming, and I hope that you are proud. I miss you. Love, Holly Girl. P.S. If you could only help one thing tomorrow, what would you choose? Holly set her pencil down and looked at the Christmas lights glowing in the corner. Christmas was coming, and somehow so was she. Not rushing, not forcing, just growing steadily into the kind of person who could carry light for a long time. All right, kids, what you guys think about episode 21? Before we go today, we have another sing-along, so make sure you download the PDF. I've sent it out in emails to those on the newsletter list who have subscribed by going to green.myflowdesk.com/hollysheart, HOLLYSHEART. And here is a brand new song called Merry Christmas Mischief about all the crazy things that just happen around Christmas. I hope you love it as much as I have loved it while writing it. Here you go. But Grandpa sat on that. The snowman's wearing sunglasses, he's cool as cool can be. And Rudolph's stuck in Grandma's chair singing off-key. Oh, Merry Christmas Mischief, it's chaos, can't you see? There's frosting on the ceiling fan and socks hung on the tree. Gee, Merry Christmas Mischief, we're laughing all the way. We'll tidy up tomorrow, but we're silly kids today. I swapped the cocoa powder with Grandma's chili spice. Now everyone is dancing around singing that's naughty, not nice. We hid the Christmas pudding behind the TV stand and then forgot just where we put it. Now our pudding's canned. Yuck! Merry Christmas Mischief, it's chaos, can't you see? There's glitter in the mashed potatoes and socks hung on the tree. Gee, Merry Christmas Mischief, we're laughing all the way. The elves are in the freezer singing loudly as they play. Jingle bells are tangled in Dad's new sweater vest. Red Christmas lights stuck in Mom's hair, but we think it looks the best. Santa's GPS broke down, he's landed on the shed. Now reindeer hooves are tap dancing on the roof above our heads. Merry Christmas Mischief, it's messy, bright and fun. We'll clean it up tomorrow when all the giggles run. Oh, Merry Christmas Mischief, come join our jolly crew. 'Cause Christmas isn't perfect, it's just better if it's true. 'Cause Christmas isn't perfect, but it's better when it's with you. And that's today's chapter of our 25 Days of Christmas adventure. If you haven't grabbed our journey printout yet, you can still get it at green.myflowdesk.com/Holly's Heart, so your kids can track each clue and stay part of the magic. Come back tomorrow for our next piece of the story, and remember, the adventure makes the most sense when you listen in order. So go back and listen to any of the ones that you might have missed. You'll hear from me tomorrow. Bye.